Hello and welcome to the Early Childhood Education and Care subject area presentation. So, what courses do we offer? Well, we offer a range of courses at Newman related to early childhood education and care. The BA degree is the traditional 3-year undergraduate programme, and we mainly receive applications from students who've gained a relevant level 3 qualification at sixth form at college. The foundation degree traditionally is for students who are practitioners, so working with young children in the public, private or independent sector, or perhaps possibly people with experience working in a reception class or as a childminder. It has a lower entry tariff than the 3-year degree programme, so it does also attract students who have not been able to access the traditional 3-year BA, and those students may not currently be working in early years setting but can take this programme as long as they have a placement setting. The top-up degree is for students who successfully completed their foundation degree either at Newman or at other institutions, and this can be studied either full-time over 1 year or part-time over 2 years. Finally, the BA Honours in Early Child Education and Care with a foundation year is a 4-year programme, so it provides an alternative route for those unable to meet the traditional entry requirements for a 3-year degree, and it will prepare you for your degree studies in a supportive and stimulating learning environment. So what's so special about early years courses at Newman? Well, both the foundation degree and the BA are recognised by the DFE as having full and relevant status, and this is really important as it enables you to work in ratio with children 0 to 5 in an early years setting if you choose to do so, as you will have met the criteria to work in practice. Students will have the opportunity to undertake a period of sustained learning in a work-based setting to enhance their employability and to understand quality practice and its application. And cohorts at Newman are usually small, which allows tutors to get to know you as an individual and support your learning effectively. All our early childhood education and care courses aim to provide high-quality programmes which are multidisciplinary, and they draw on subjects such as psychology, sociology, history, philosophy, social policy, as well as aspects of education, care and health. And through studying any of our programmes, it should enable you to make a positive impact on the early years sector, and you will be demonstrating critical knowledge and understanding of issues relating to early childhood and being able to relate this to practice. So undertaking any of our programmes will prepare you to engage with local communities to meet the diverse range of children and families. So building on from the last slide, our vision for an ECEC Newman graduate is to be able to demonstrate significant knowledge of all aspects of ECEC in terms of policy, practice and research. We want to produce graduates who have a commitment and passion for working in partnership with children, families and other professionals. This is really important. And we want you to really be able to reflect on your own personal values and be able to also explore and understand other people's perspectives through discussion, debates and reading. And finally, we want you to become independent in your study and your thinking, to be a reflective and innovative advocate for ECEC. So I'm just going to take you through some modules. These are relevant to the BA degree. I'll come on to the foundation degree and the top-up in a moment. So for the BA degree, in the first year, you will study 6 modules, a total of 3 in semester 1 and 3 in semester 2. The first module, or one of the first modules that we'll study, is the independent learner. And this module has been devised to specifically support your transition to study in a higher education environment, because it's very different studying in HE as opposed to FE. So the module will kind of cover generic key transferable skills such as communication, IT, problem solving, working with others, etc. And we'll also think about how you balance the academic nature of the degree programme with your own well-being. We also focus on the developing child, and many students find this a really helpful module because they've had some experience of child development previously, but it focuses on the holistic development of babies and young children. The role of the early years practitioner is also discussed relating to observation, supporting and caring for the developing child. In constructs of childhood, so this module will promote an understanding of how childhood has changed or is different and continues to be socially constructed. It reflects on students' own experience of childhood and explores how this, alongside other constructs, are influenced and represented through a variety of means such as media, imagery, children's literature and artefacts from a range of sources. In semester 2, we studied Play Matters, so this module provides an introduction to thinking about play, and we look at what play is and how is it key to early learning. Students also undertake a setting visit to explore how play supports children's learning in practice. Moving on to family and transition, so this is a module that really gets you to explore the structure and diversity of families. So it looks at policy and practice relating to the care and education of children, and the importance of working in partnership with families. So some of the transitions that you'll perhaps cover are starting nursery, school readiness, family bereavement, and changes in family structure. And finally, at level 4 in the first year, the final module is the early childhood context. So this module begins to explore the nature of the underlying philosophies and political ideas which have helped to shape the early childhood context in the UK. And it also focuses on early childhood in a broader international context. So, this provides an overview of the second and third year modules on our BA programme. So there are a range of core modules in the second year, including a placement, which is spread over the year. And in addition, there are a range of optional modules depending upon your interests and perhaps your career aspirations. And in the third year, you also have a range of compulsory modules and optional modules to choose from as well. And the dissertation is kind of the capstone of your degree, and it covers 2 semesters. And top-up students currently follow this Year 3 programme. In terms of the foundation degree, the modules are very similar to the BA. So we have a range of modules in Year 1 and Year 2, so you can see they're similar to the BA programme. And they're the same modules for the part-time route, they're just put over 3 years as opposed to 2. In terms of the full-time route, sessions are usually held in the daytime and possibly twilight sessions, and the part-time is usually a late afternoon and evening session held on the same day. So, let's meet the ECEC team. So this is our team who work across all of the ECEC programmes. Although we're a small team, we have a diverse range of experiences, so from social workers, teachers, working for the local authority, working in FE and even an Ofsted inspector. We have a range of research interests between us, so looking at looked after children, fostering families, student experience and the ethics of care in early childhood. So what will your teaching and learning look like? Well, for each programme there are 2 semesters of 12 weeks across the year, and the contact time will really depend on the programme you study, but sessions are either 2 or 3 hours long. And again, depending on the programme, you'll be on campus once a week for some of the part-time programmes and the top-up programme, numbers permitting, and either 2 or 3 times a week for our full-time programmes. In addition to this, you'll be expected to undertake independent studies such as reading, set tasks to support the independent nature of learning in HE. In terms of teaching style, so this is interactive, it's not lecture style as in normal. We have small groups which allow for discussions, workshops, seminars and activities, as well as the more kind of traditional PowerPoints. We also have an excellent virtual learning environment where we post a range of resources to support you each week. And it's not about us talking at you, we value your ideas and experiences and build these into the teaching sessions so we kind of co-construct learning together. Assessment methods. You hopefully were pleased to know there are no exams, but there are a range of assessments such as traditional essays, portfolios, presentations and reports. And we hope that through this range of assessment, it will support both your academic development as well as preparing you for employment. So, what support can you expect? Support at Newman is excellent. Every student has a personal tutor, and the ECEC team also have an open door policy, so you can come and see us when we're in our offices. And as we are a small team and a small institution, we do get to know you well. There's an excellent wider support team, so this includes support for academic writing, support for students with, for example, dyslexia, support for students with disabilities, welfare support and counselling for students who need support with poor mental health. We want you to be successful in your chosen career, and so to support you with this we have the work placement module. It's in the second year of the BA programme and it currently runs through the foundation degree programme, and this gives you the opportunity to experience the reality of working in an early years setting. We also have input from our careers department in talk sessions, and our careers fairs are held at Newman also. Some students decide when they've completed their degree they would like to carry on with further studies, so we have a very popular MA programme, and some students also go on to the PGCE programme in order to gain a teaching qualification. In terms of extracurricular activity, we have a project student as research partners where students work alongside tutors to explore an area of interest to research. There are Erasmus opportunities, so students have been abroad to undertake placement or occasionally to undertake a dissertation. We have put on some continuing professional development, such as marathon training, and some students decide they want to get involved in the Students' Union, perhaps being a rep for the ECEC subject area. So you've listened to me, but hopefully you can see there a couple of quotes, because it's always nice, I think, to hear what our real students think about the programme. I'm not going to read them out to you, but we've got one student, Habiba, who's currently graduating, and Hardishan, who's one of our alumni students, who obviously enjoyed their time with the ECEC team. So in terms of employability, what can you do with your qualification? Well, quite a few of our students decide that they're going to go on and work in early childhood education and care settings, and they'll perhaps go in as a deputy manager or a leader of a setting quite early on in their career. We've had students who've worked for children's charities. We've had students who've gone on to be family support workers, working perhaps as part of a children's centre. Students perhaps can work for a local authority. We've had one student recently who's gone on to be a safeguarding officer in the local authority. Quite a few of our students decide they want to go on to teach, so this involves further study, undertaking a PGCE with qualified teacher status. Some students think that they'd like to be a TA in school, and they often use this as a stepping stone to gain experience before going on to teaching. As I stated previously, some students want to go on to further studies, so we offer postgraduate studies such as an MA. And via further study, you can go on to do some additional training to be involved in social work or children's nursing. This is an academic degree, so if you decide that you don't want to work with children, it means that you can go on to work in a range of organisations that take graduates. So, thank you for listening. If you've got any more questions, any more queries, then please don't hesitate to contact me about the BA Honours degree, the top-up, or the BA Honours with Foundation year on my email address. Or if you want to find any more about the Foundation degree, please contact Jackie, who's our programme coordinator. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you found that informative, and I'm just going to leave you with a final slide with some other contact details that you might find of use. Thank you.